What's up, people? My name is Lino. I like to play with a lot of data, and also I'm practicing making dashboard. So I want to show this dashboard that is behind me. Let's begin. Also, I want to inform you that this dashboard, well, there is a link in the description of the video with this dashboard. So you can go to the web page and try it for yourself. And you can play with it. It's pretty nice. In Power BI, you can move a lot of things. So it's an interactive dashboard, so you can play with it. The data used for this dashboard is from Kaggle, and it's data from chocolate bars. So they are rating the chocolate bars from numbers from 1 to 5, and also they give us the location from the beans and from where they buy where is the origin of the bar. Also, there is the cocoa percentage that they use in the bar, and we developed this dashboard so we can see how the beans and the cocoa percentage in the chocolate bar affect the rating of the chocolate bar. So here you can see that we have a card that is showing the average of the ratings of the chocolate bars, and we can see that in this dataset there were like 2000 rows, something like that. The average rating for that bars is 3.19. Below the card we have a filter that is going to filter the data according of the rating. For example, well, the rating is from 1 to 5, so 1 is going to be unpleasant, 2 is going to be disappointing, 3 is going to be satisfactory, 4 premium, and 5 elite. So for example, if we want to see what is the average rating of the satisfactory bars, we can click here and we have 281 and an average of 281. So you can use these filters to analyze this, to modify this dashboard, and we're going to see that later. Then right here we have a radio chart. With this, in this plot right here, we can see the average of cocoa percentage in the chocolate bar. And for example, for all the chocolate bars, right here we have 72% of cocoa. And if we filter with the elite chocolate bar, we can see that the elite chocolate bar with the best flavor is going to have only a 70%. Or for example, if we put this with the disappointing chocolate bar, it's going to have an 80%. So you can compare like that. Also, well, we're going to continue with the bar plot right here. This bar plot is about the bean types that is going to be the x-axis, and in the y-axis is going to be the rating. So you can see how much or how less the bean of the bean that is used to make the chocolate influence in the average rating. Finally, at the end of the plot, we have two map graphs. The first map right here is going to show you the locations from the beans, but the size of this circle right here is going to be filtered by the average rating. For example, the bigger circle right here is going to have a high average rating. For example, this right here has a 375, and if we select this circle right here, that this is in Bolivia, we have a 320, and you can see there the size from this circle. For this circle is smaller than this circle right here. The second map right here that is in the right corner is going to show you the region where they bring the chocolate bar. So for example, we have right here, and also I almost forgot to say this, that you can also see the average rating right here for regions. For example, if you go right here, you can see that it's going to be Tanpundong Iceland, and it's going to have an average rating of 325. If we go to Australia right here, we're going to have an average rating of 375. You can see in what regions you have a higher average of the chocolate, about the chocolate flavor. Also, as I said at the beginning, this dashboard is a dynamic dashboard, so you can play with a lot of things. For example, if you want to see, for example, I'm from Ecuador. If we go to Ecuador right here, we can see the location of the beans for the chocolate. And if I want to select, for example, this right here, the broad bean origin that is going to be here is near Ambato, you can select this, and all the other plots is going to filter by this selection. For example, you can see the bean types that were used from that locations, and the region, of course, that is going to be Ecuador, because we're selecting this. And also we can see that we're with this type of bean right here, they are using 73% of cocoa to make the chocolate, and with this bean right here, they have an average rating of 3.13. that is going to be a satisfactory flavor. Another example of use with this dashboard is right here, playing with the filters. For example, here I want to see why my chocolate flavor is not so good against against my competition. So I can go right here and select Elite, and when we select Elite with a rating of 5, we can see that they're only using a 70% of cocoa percentage. Also, they're using these beans right here. That first they are using a blend and a bean type that is going to be called Trinitario. I'm not an expert in chocolate, so I'm not going to talk to confirm that name right there. And also you can see where they obtain that bean. For example, this bean is from Venezuela and is near Caicara del Orinoco. So that's all for this dashboard. It's a pretty simple dashboard, but I think it's pretty useful if you want to analyze how the cocoa percentage affect the chocolate and how the origins from the beans affect the chocolate. Is a pretty useful dashboard. And that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching this, and I hope you like this and it's useful for you. And I want to remind you that there is a link right there, so you can go and play with this dashboard.